Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. A special warm welcome to anyone who's brand new here. My name is KiwiSimsKate, Kiwi because I'm from New Zealand, Sims because I love The Sims, and Kate because that's my name. As simple as that. Welcome to another speed build here on my channel. I am building in the new world, well, new-ish now I suppose. It's about a month old, just over a month old, Tomarang, which came with the Sims 4 For Rent expansion pack. Came out early December 2023. And so far, I really love this world. I really love the gameplay. I love being able to split up regular residential builds and having multiple lots on one section. I've already gone back and revisited some of my older builds that, were built with this kind of thing in mind, but couldn't function, and then turned them into this kind of thing. So, I've got loads of ideas of types of builds that I want to do using the ability to split the builds into multiple lots. So what I wanted to do with this build is create a duplex, and I wanted it to be two homes with at least 2 bedrooms each. So one has 2 bedrooms and the other has 3 bedrooms, and they are decorated slightly differently. I had different sort of themes and households in mind, which I will talk about shortly. But in terms of the exterior style that I wanted to go for, I wanted to use a lot of the new items that we got with the expansion pack. So that meant kind of incorporating some of this Tomarang style into the build, which I really love. It's obviously Tomarang is inspired by, it's not based on, but it's inspired by Southeast Asian culture and communities and countries, and I just absolutely adore Southeast Asia. I live in New Zealand, so we're not that far away from it, and I have traveled to a few countries around Southeast Asia. I love it so much. I haven't been in a long time, and I cannot wait to go back again one day. So I wanted to make this feel like it belonged in the world of Tomarang, but I wanted a modern spin on it. I wanted it to feel like they were maybe built recently, but using some of the traditional Tomarang elements that maybe, some of the traditional builders in the area or something had kept some of those kind of building ideas from the past and from more traditional builds. I wanted it to feel like that. So maybe a modern building company that tried to stay true to traditional elements. And therefore I used, a lot of the windows from the new pack, the doors. I love those doors that I used as the in the front of the build. And then I just grabbed a couple of the live edit or debug cars and placed them out the front as well. And then on the interior, the two homes have got very similar layouts, but one is slightly smaller than the other. So the first house that I furnish is the smaller of the two. But the second house, the bigger house, does have a very similar layout. It's just obviously because it is a bit bigger, it's a tile wider, and I think a couple of tiles, I think 2 tiles longer as well. And I also wanted to fit 3 bedrooms upstairs in the second home. So the first home, I envisioned a single sim living here potentially, or at least I envisioned it starting as a single sim living here, or potentially even like a shared house. It would be a very nice share house. Like the individual sims who lived here would need a pretty decent income probably, because it feels very modern and fresh, and all the appliances are quite new. I also really enjoyed using a lot of the new appliances we got with the stuff pack that came out not that long ago, the Home Chef Hustle stuff pack. I love those kitchen counters, so I had to use them in here. And so I sort of was thinking of moving one of my Sims in my legacy save into this building, and I kind of wanted to move one of them who's currently single without children, or I think she might have a partner, but doesn't have any children, she's not married, into the smaller one, and then her brother who is married and who has one child and one child on the way into the one next door. I kind of liked the idea of having the two siblings living next door to each other. So they're not my main legacy heir. That Sim still lives back on the original legacy lot, but I recently moved out her two siblings, so I kind of thought it would be cute if I created something for them to live in next door to each other, and then when it came to the gameplay, it would be nice and easy to come and visit them both for my main legacy Sim. So this smaller house is, as I said, furnished with a single Sim in mind, but there is 2 bedrooms, and both bedrooms have double beds, so there's enough space for 4 Sims to sleep, and fairly sizable rooms as well. So if you wanted to reconfigure this house, you probably could. The 2 bedrooms are furnished with double beds, but you could create a child's room out of one if you wanted, obviously. Downstairs, I wanted to keep the color scheme kind of light and fresh and airy. I used the new one of the new wallpapers that we got. I used the couple of the new tiles that we got. This one here in the kitchen and in the entrance area, and then a different one on the back patio out the back door. Both homes have a little back patio where the washer and dryer is, and I placed the washing machine and the dryer outside because when I lived in Japan, I lived in an apartment and my washing machine was on the balcony, so it was technically outside, but it was a covered balcony, and because homes tend to be a bit smaller, on the smaller side in a lot of Asian countries, I wanted to reflect that in this build as well. So I thought it sort of fit with the theme I was going for, to keep the washer and dryer outside, but still very close to everything, and it wouldn't be too much of an inconvenience to just do it on the back patio. I don't really know what you'd even call that. I guess it's like a patio covered, back patio thing. And then using a lot of the lighter blue swatches and some of this royal blue in the living room as well, along with some Dream Home Decorator sofas, and really just trying to use as much of the build buy items from For Rent as possible, because this was my first build I did using the new items. I wanted this build to be kind of my exploration of the items as well. So now I have a fairly decent idea about what we have and what I might be able to use for other builds. Then moving upstairs, I created this bedroom first, the blue. I went with color themes. So this room here, I went for a sort of blue, white, and red theme, or blue, white, and it's kind of a wine red, like a red wine kind of color, with lots of dark wood swatches. And I really loved using the Decor to the Max wallpaper here, the one with the tigers, and I use it in one of the rooms in the next house as well, next door. I thought it fit really well, and I thought that it was really fun just having it as a bit of an accent wall, so it wasn't all over the entire room, but it was just a bit of a pop of something interesting. And I didn't want to shy away from patterns in this build either. Like, even though it's modern, I feel like I wanted to select a few patterns and things for the walls or for different various swatches that were going to keep it a bit interesting and fun and playful. Then the second room in this smaller home, I ended up using a few items from Island Living. I found quite a few of them just gelled really nicely with the for rent items. Obviously, they're both sort of island-ish style items. So lots of similar wood tones, even if they're not quite exactly the same. And they just sort of embrace color a bit more. So I mix and matched a few Island Living items here with some items from For Rent, and then a few others as well, obviously. And this room here, I was inspired by the wallpaper that I placed, the kind of triangular geometric one, which it's just gone out. I think that was a Dream Home Decorator. Fairly certain it was Dream Home Decorator wallpaper. Yeah, so that sort of sparked my color scheme. So I went with the yellow, and then I found, some other colors that complemented that, the light blue, and then some of the more richer orangey reds, like in the bed swatch as well in that room. Just a small landing upstairs up the top of the stairs here. I wanted, again, to keep it nice and playful and bright, so I use the yellow, and then I move on to the second home. Something I'll mention now, I actually had meant to say this at the start, but I forgot, so I'll tell you now if you're still listening. When I went to go edit this, I built this on stream, so on Twitch. If you don't already follow me over on Twitch, I stream there. We do mostly Sims 4 content. It's a lot of gameplay, a lot of building. We'd love to have you join our little community. It's a lot of fun, and I built this on stream. And what I didn't realize is it took me far longer than I had thought it took me. So when I went to go grab the raw footage, so the recorded build, I had like 7 hours or something of like this. It took me 7 hours to build across a few different streams. And I knew I was a slow builder, but I didn't realize this build took me that long. I honestly thought it was much shorter, this one, because it's not the biggest home. I mean, there are 2 homes in one, but still, they're both fairly small houses, and I had a pretty strong idea in mind when we got to each house about how I wanted to finish it, and I was using a lot of same packs, like the For Rent, the Island Living, and a few others mixed in between. So I had thought that I'd actually made faster decisions when I built this. Then when I went to find the footage and it was 7 hours of building, I couldn't believe it. I was shocked and frustrated and disappointed in myself. So what that means, obviously, is that I've got to take 7 hours of footage and I've got to shorten it down into something that is more digestible for YouTube. And I don't like speeding up my footage too fast, because personally I don't like watching speed builds that go too quickly. I wouldn't probably have it any faster than I currently do it. And if I built faster, I would probably have it slower. So what that means is I have cut a bit of footage out. So you'll probably think that a lot of my decisions were made quite quickly, but in actual fact, it's probably because I have cut footage of me just looking through different color swatches until I find the one I want, that kind of thing. So it took me a long time to edit this video because I wanted to get it right down to approximately 30 minutes. I didn't really want to go much over 30, and in the end I think it comes in at just under 31 minutes. I mean, I would love to be able to make shorter videos. I just cannot. My building takes too long currently. One day maybe. So yes, if things look maybe not quite as smooth, or yeah, not quite as smooth as they might normally do. It's because there was a lot of footage for this build and I hadn't realized that. And I did go through and cut out loads of little in-between pieces. I also think I cut out in the end some less exciting pieces of me building. So for example, I don't think I went through the bathroom. I can't remember if I cut out all the bathrooms or all of them except one. I think I might have kept the bathroom in from this second home, but cut out all the others. Again, I didn't want a longer build. I sacrificed that for a shorter video, so that is why. I would love to know though in the comments if you've got to this point and if you're listening to this and you enjoy my videos. I would love to know your opinion. Do you prefer a shorter, more digestible length of a video with maybe a few things cut out that aren't super exciting to watch? Or would you rather see absolutely everything furnished, so every room furnished, and just sit through a longer video? Yeah, I'd be quite interested to know what you think and how you like watching your speed builds. I can't say I'll promise that I will switch it to whatever your opinion is, but I would love to know, market research, and then I can make a more informed decision about my videos in the future, because obviously I really enjoy making these videos, but I do make them with my audience in mind and you all in mind, and I would love it if it's beneficial to both of us. If I could enjoy making them and you enjoy watching them, that would be the dream. Anyway, this is the second house, and for the second house, the vibe that I went with was I wanted this one to feel, first of all, I wanted it to be a family home. So it's got 2 child's bedrooms, so it's got an infant's room and a child's room and a main bedroom with a double bed. So I wanted it to reflect that downstairs in the sort of living areas, but I also wanted the color scheme to be a bit more rich and a bit more deep and dark and just maybe bolder colors than the first home. The first home, I wanted it to feel fresh and light and airy, maybe lighter colors, lighter woods, lighter blue, blues and yellows. This home, I wanted the colors to be a little bit punchier. So you definitely would have noticed that in the living area. I went for kind of a deeper purple wallpaper. I went quite bold with the wallpaper, and then the red color swatches, and yeah, lots of deep dark wood tones as well, and I really liked it. It's not really a color scheme that I tend to gravitate towards, but I have been trying to push myself with my colors and my choices and things in my building as well, and I've really enjoyed being, just trying new things. So that's the vibe of this home. I really love the bathroom upstairs in this home. So turns out I did keep this footage in the bathroom of the second house. I don't think I kept, now that I've just watched it, I can't remember if the first home I cut out the bathroom. Anyway, what I will say about the bathrooms is there are 2 full-sized bathrooms in both homes, but the family home has a shower and a bath. The smaller of the homes has just a shower, but both homes have a toilet room downstairs just off the kitchen, and I don't think I kept the footage of either of those in, but just so you know, there's a little room that has the squat toilet in there because I really wanted to include the squat toilet, and I sort of thought it fit better as a ground floor toilet style rather than an upstairs toilet. So that's why I've put in a little toilet downstairs, and it's always nice to have an additional toilet room if you're playing the game, because it sort of avoids those annoying embarrassment moodlets and things that your Sims get when they walk in on someone else going to the toilet, so they can pick another room to wee in. Much more convenient. And then the main bedroom, or what I thought of as the parents' room up here, is has also got that tiger wallpaper, but in a different swatch this time. And this room is sort of a green and yellow theme with, again, darker wood swatches. I used a lot of dark wood swatches through both homes. I just liked them. I think the ones in the new pack are gorgeous. And so, yeah, lots of dark wood tones in here, and then trying to bring through some of the colors from the bed linen. This is the bed from the new pack as well. And in their bedroom, they've got a little desk area with a computer, and then a sort of dressing nook where they've got the dresser and like a little... I often like doing this where it's sort of... I guess because that would be the dream, to have sort of an area that's all decked out for when you're trying on outfits and stuff. I will probably never ever have one like that, but I love putting a rug down, a chair to sit on or to throw your other clothes over, a nice big standing mirror, and a big dresser that holds all of your clothes. I also found this sort of... I don't even know what you would call it. It's like this green and goldy yellow thing that I think came from the Paranormal Stuff pack. And it's like a side table cabinet thing. And the colour worked so perfectly with the colour scheme in there. So I was very happy to use that. Then I move on to the kids' rooms. So as I said earlier, we've got an infant's room and we've got a child's room. And I love both of them. I love the colours I chose for both of them, but in particular the child's room. So I can't wait until we get to that part. Stick around for that. In the infant's room, it's a lot of purple and kind of bluey green, like aquas. Obviously had to use this tiger plushie. I think I placed the tiger plushie in this kids room and the other kids room because, obviously. And also I use this giraffe a lot. I tend to use the same kids decorations because there are just some that I think are more superior to the others. This is the child's room, and I love this color scheme so much. I think I have done a blue and yellow color scheme before, but this time I went really blue and yellow. Like, I did not shy away from a whole bunch of items that maybe I haven't used before that are blue or yellow or both. And I really also wanted this kid to be into dinosaurs. So I gave them the dinosaur swatch in the rug and in the single bed as well. And also this frog rug was so fun, and it came in a blue and yellow swatch, so I thought that was perfect. The big bold wallpaper is amazing. There's this cute dinosaur toy. I forget his name, but he's got a name. I don't know, Bluffy or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember. Both of the main bedrooms in both homes have a small balcony as well out the front that sort of go out the front of the home. Oh, and I do keep some of the footage in for this toilet. Okay, there you go. So both toilets are pretty much identical in what they've got in them. The door is in a slightly different place for both, and some of the swatches are different. Obviously, the color scheme is different in both of them. And then I think I moved to the backyard after this. I do. So I fence in both properties with this gorgeous fence. Oh my goodness, I'm so pleased with the fence swatches that we got. And obviously, because I decorated one of the homes with children in mind, I had to use the hopscotch. So the hopscotch ends up being around the side of the build, because in that space where I initially put the hopscotch, I made this little not pond, what do you call it? Like a fountainy thingy. I guess it's sort of a pond fountain. And it just screamed Asia to me. I loved it. And I had to put this chair somewhere, this plastic chair, because it's just iconic. I have chairs like this, except I have the version that doesn't have arms. But they're the stackable plastic chairs. I have 6 of them around my outdoor table on my balcony. So yes, I know these chairs very well. And then I did something that I don't know if I've done before, but I took a plant that is automatically in a pot or like a vase. I took the new bird of paradise that we got with for rent, which, oh my god, I was so happy we got, because I love that plant so much. I don't have one in my garden right now, but it's something that if we ever got a bigger house with a bigger garden or something, I would absolutely plant some of these because I adore them. And I placed them at the back and covered them in other foliage so that it kind of had the appearance of that they were, planted in place. So obviously they're still in the vase, but I just wanted to hide the vase so that it looked like they were planted in the ground. Hopefully that comes across, and hopefully I sort of achieved that. I don't know. You be the judge. And then on the roof, I wanted to include these like solar panel type things. And actually something I didn't mention at the start is both homes have a little fancy rooftop patio. So there's a grill in each, and there's also a couple of seating areas in each as well. And the family home has maybe some fancier items, some of the kind of more expensive looking furniture, and also another hopscotch upstairs on the top here, because the flooring that I put up here is kind of like giant concrete slab type things. So I figured it could be quite realistic that maybe the kids had also drawn a hopscotch. I don't know what you like a hopscotch. I don't know. A hopscotch thing. What would you call it? A hopscotch lane? No, I don't know. It's been many years since I've played hopscotch, so I cannot remember. But yeah, I tried to also reflect the personalities of the homes with some of their furniture upstairs, but I gave both homes the same grill just because I love it. I think it's so great. And then really simple in their backyard areas, they're fenced in pieces. But the bigger family home, as you probably saw earlier, I put like a shrine inside their home, and then I have this other shrine outside. I thought that maybe they were quite big into religion, into kind of, I don't know, praying or giving thanks to whoever they believe in. So coming up to the end of the end of the video, and if you want to download this build, my EA ID is KiwiSimsKate, along with all of my socials. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and take care out there. Bye.